So here we are. My name is Chateau Morrison. I am the Princess of Positivity, and you have just arrived at our final Fat and Happy Tapping Tuesday transformation for the month of August. This entire summer, Getting to After has been on a little hiatus, and my partner in crime, my co-host Morgan Bustos, has not been with me. Today is our very last tapping only Transformation Tuesday, and we'll be back with you together in 2 weeks. The second season of Getting to After will begin on Tuesday, 8 a.m., September the 9th. And we have a lot of exciting things in store for this second season. I've been working feverishly behind the scenes to bring you great just-in-time content that you need as a midlife woman. I mentioned before that I'm the Princess of Positivity. There's a lot of toxic positivity out there, and that's not what this is about. I believe that you can release negativity so your positivity can reign in your brain, in your business, and in your big, old, beautiful life. And I've been saying that for years because I really believe it's true. But I believe you need to have a framework to make it happen. And this is where you get started. This is your first time meeting me. Buckle up, buttercup, because we're about to do some things here. It doesn't matter what stage of life you're in. You may be in your late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. You may be smack dab in the middle of midlife or inching that way. You may be in perimenopause, menopause. You may be in those wonderful time of life where the hormones are just doing their own thing. You're trying to figure out why you have so much weather going on under your clothes. Why are you going from hot to cold, hot to cold? If you notice, my bangs are a little bit, in the air there. I'm not having a Beyonce moment. What I'm having is my fan, okay? If you work at a desk and you don't have a fan, listen, this fan is USB. It's got 5 speeds. I digress. Look at this. Oh yeah, it goes on, okay? And the reason why is because I need it. My girlfriend needs it. In midlife, you have a lot of things happening, but the one thing that never goes away is that negative self-talk, that feeling that sometimes I'm just not right. I'm not looking like I want to look. I'm not moving the way I want to move. Life doesn't feel the way it's supposed to feel on my skin. And that is why I purposely dressed down for you guys today. This is typically how in my home you may find me. I'm either really dressed up or I'm in a caftan. And I kind of feel that this is still dressed up. This is one of the ways that I'm already able to carry my energy through. I have several of these. Some are rayon. This one's 100% cotton. Once I found 100% cotton, oh my goodness, whoo, made a big difference. And I'm so comfortable in this. But I'm comfortable, but I also feel girly and pretty and all those things. When you come as you are, but you don't feel good in your skin, there's usually lots of things that you need to release. And in Getting to After, we're allowing you to understand that there's no shelf life on your healing. There's no cap. Okay, that's it. You're too old now. Oh, you did too many things happen, and you can't come back to yourself. We're about helping you build new foundations. So even if a storm came and knocked your house down, new foundations can be built if you're in the right community. And we believe that Getting to After is that community. These feelings that we have sometimes that we're not enough. These feelings that I don't like how I feel in my skin. These feelings that I don't have the right partner, the right job, the right car, the right house, the right circumstances, the right future. I don't have my retirement set up. I don't know where my next job is coming from. When those things come up, many times what's necessary is that you need the community that's going to tell you it's okay. And that's us. Today I'm going to open up with some questions. If this is your first time trying emotional freedom technique, you're going to like it. You're going to feel a difference right away. It's a different type of modality. A lot of more people are using it now, and I love that. The fact that it's become more mainstream is awesome. But before we tap, I want you to sit with a few questions. If you're watching this on the premiere, then what you can do is you can bookmark this. You can think about the questions. If you're super fast, you can write down a couple of bulleted notes. What I suggest is after the premiere is over, or if you're watching the replay, I would really suggest sitting with a notebook, sitting and pausing and actually writing these things out. Sometimes we tend to silence the feelings that we have. We don't even know what they all are. And this is a time for you to introspectively, it's the end of summer, it's a time for you to start thinking about, how am I really doing inside? So in fact, we're going to get started with that kind of question. You can put your hand over your heart or maybe one on your belly, and you can just say, how are you feeling today? But you're going to ask yourself the question, how am I feeling? How am I feeling? How am I doing? Remember, so many times people ask us that question on a daily basis. They're on their way to get a coffee. They're on their way to jump in their car. They're heavily into traffic and they're calling you on the phone. Hey, how you doing? They're not able to listen. They can't always create that safe space for you. Sometimes you get it from something like getting to after. So we're going to ask a couple questions before you start the tapping, and just notice what rises in your body. Where do you feel it in your body? Does your breath quicken or slow down? Does it trigger some little memories? And what are those? And it will help you as we tune in to the tapping to know what your needs are. What do you need to put attention to? And remember, fat and happy stands for focus, attention, and take time. So it's F.A.T.T and happy. Focus, attention, and take time. And that's what we're doing right now. So question number one, what is one part of yourself, your body, your story, your life, that you're finding hard to like right now? What is one part of yourself, your body, your story, maybe your work, or overall your life that you're finding a hard time liking right now? Number two, how long have you been carrying that feeling, and what has it cost you to carry it? Your shoulders heavy? You feel weighed down? Your posture, How long have you been carrying this feeling, and what has it cost you to carry it? Number three, whose voice is behind this dislike? Whose voice is behind this dislike? Is it yours? Is it someone else's that you've absorbed along the way? Is it a stranger? Is it coming from social media? Whose voice is behind this dislike? Is it your own or someone else's that you absorbed along the way? Number four, if you could soften this dislike even by 10%, how might life feel different for you right now? I love that question. I love thinking like that. What if you could soften that dislike even by 10%? How might your life feel different right now? And number five, who might you become if this thing no longer had power over you? Who might you become if it no longer had power over you? Before we start tapping, I'd like you to take a deep breath. If you have paused this and been doing some writing, you're coming back. Welcome back. If you just are in the premiere with us and you're listening and you're giving it some thought, you may have had some emotions that came up. So now what I'd like you to do before we start tapping is measure those feelings, especially the number one where it said, what is one part of yourself, your body, your story, your work, your life that you find hard to like right now? Why don't you go ahead and grade that one? I think every woman, especially in midlife, has at least one of those. So go ahead and grade that scale of 0 to 10, 10 being extremely intense. Like it's bad. This feeling that I have is really, really difficult. And I'm not sure what to do with it. And it's hindering me. Go ahead and give that a grade. Maybe that would be a 9 or a 10. Or if it's something that just kind of always sits in the background a little bit, it's just back there. It's not really impeding your day, but it's just back there. Maybe that's like a 3. Maybe it's a 2 or a 3. You will know what that feels like. And then as we start to tap, we're going to attempt to tamp that down. But even if we're not able to, maybe it just kind of brings up the acknowledgement of how you feel. That's okay too. Emotional freedom technique is something that allows your body to have a release. It allows your nervous system to come down. It allows you to get out of fight, flight, freeze, fawn. It allows you to stop being completely frozen. It allows you to start to lift and get into that place where you're able to tolerate what's going on in your life a little bit better. And that's why we're here. So let's go ahead and take a few deep breaths. You're going to take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. You can do that a couple more times, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And know that if today something resonates with you and you'd like to work on it further, you can always reach out at bit.ly/chat-tap for your own singular individual EFT coaching session with me. Again, my name is Chateau Morrison. Welcome. If you're just popping in, I'm so happy that you're here. Let's start tapping. I'm going to go ahead and get started by tapping on the karate chop point. Sometimes I'll switch hands, sometimes I do right hand, sometimes I do left hand. It's okay. You can use whatever hand feels comfortable. You can use these 2 fingers. You can use 3 fingers. Either one works. And what's going to happen is you're going to repeat after me. You can do this out loud or you can do it in your mind. And if this is your first time seeing tapping, your first time tapping, you can do it just by watching. You can just kind of feel the sensations as we go through them. And if you just want to watch first and then come on back and do the replay and do it later, that's okay as well. Okay, I'm going to switch hands. This is a little bit more comfortable for me. Even though there are days I don't like myself, I honor the truth of how I feel right now. And even though sometimes I dislike my body, my choices, or my life, I'm willing to hold space for myself in this moment. Even though these feelings that I carry have been heavy, I choose to come right now as I am and stay present with compassion. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to start tapping through the actual points. We're going to start at the eyebrow point, and I'm going to mention what points we're at. Again, just do your best to go ahead and follow along. You don't have to worry about how hard you tap, how soft. You can just go through the tapping points. The work to your nervous system is going to happen. So don't overthink this. Just go ahead and follow along. Here we go. Eyebrow point. I don't like myself today. Side of eye. I don't like what I see. Under eye. I don't like how I'm moving. Under nose. I don't like the weight I carry. Chin. I don't like my choices. Collarbone. I don't like my circumstances. Underarm. There are so many things I dislike. Top of head. And it feels heavy to hold them all. Eyebrow point. I hear the voices that told me I wasn't enough. Side of eye. I remember the comparisons. Under eye. I feel the pressure of my body changing. Under nose. I notice the scars, the marks, and the reminders of life that I've lived and mistakes that I've made. Chin. I see the weight of expectations. Collarbone. I feel the weight of disappointment. Underarm. This is where my dislike comes from. Top of head. And I'm finally naming it. Eyebrow point. I release this need to punish myself. Side of I release the power that this dislike has over me. Under I release the shame. Under nose, I release the comparison. Chin, I release the storm that keeps trying to knock me down. Collarbone, I release what doesn't belong to me. So much of this doesn't belong to me. Underarm, I release the idea that I must be perfect to be worthy. Top of head, I release the walls that I've built against myself. Eyebrow point, I can come as I am. Side of I can belong to myself today. I can be soft. Under nose, I can choose compassion and soften what I dislike. Chin, I can honor my scars and my marks, my changes and my history. Collarbone, I can allow this moment to hold me. Underarm, I choose to feel whole even if I'm in pieces. Top of head, I can begin again, right here in this moment, right now. Gently stop tapping and take a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Hopefully you felt some release. We're going to go ahead and we're going to place one hand over the heart, one on the belly. We're going to breathe and just notice your body. Notice how your body is feeling. Pay attention to your breath. The rise and fall of your body. Let this moment circle around you. Remember this feeling, you're not alone. And here's a closing affirmation. I choose to come as I am, and that is enough. Today I am encircled with peace. Today I belong. Today I drop comparison. Today I choose compassion. I'm always curious to know if you're a first-time tapper, if this was your first time, how did it go for you? If you decide to do this one more than once, which I would suggest, there were a few this summer that I created that really are exactly what we need. That's why we call it just-in-time tapping. It's something that women need based on our environment, but also based on the changes that we're going through in midlife. These are the kind of things that you want to tap on. One of the things that I love the most about emotional freedom technique is it's simple to use, but it goes way deeper than you can imagine. You can tap in on things that have been bothering you for years and you can release them. And then you can go even to a deeper level. You can go all the way back to when you were a child, when things actually got started that you're still carrying right now, those heavy weights of dislike or, dare I say, self-hatred, and we can help you to unravel some of that. You can always feedback in the comments, or you can set up an appointment at bit.ly/chat-tab, and we can walk through some of this and I can let you know how we can work together a little bit deeper. One of the things that I absolutely love about having a podcast and coming out every week is sharing. It's making sure that women don't feel they're alone. It's having a safe space to come back to, a haven. Today's session was brought to you by the Getting to After magazine. Come to the table, come as you are, wear your caftan, Wear your tendrils. Mine are blowing because I have a fan. Have a hot flash. It's okay. One of the things that we want to remember in midlife is that we are going through changes and we can't always control them. In fact, most times we can't. So we have to live with them and we have to release the parts of them that we don't like and find the parts that are working for us and embrace those so that we can continue to have our joy. The Getting to After magazine is still available. It was really written with midlife women in mind, and we're not at the end of summer yet. We're just at the end of August. So you can go to bit.ly/G2A summer, and that's all capital letters except for the 2, which is the number 2. bit.ly/G2A summer. It's filled with encouragement, tapping tools, stories that remind you that you're not alone. You're not walking this journey alone. You've got someone with you. Now, season 2 of Getting to After, the podcast, will begin in 2 weeks, September the 9th at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Morgan will be back with me. We are excited for season 2. We've got guests lined up. We've got topics. Of course, October will be Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So in October, we have fresh material to talk about regarding domestic violence. And so if this is your type of content, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, and tell someone about it, because I know that there's a lot more women that need what we have. They just don't know it's here yet. Chateau Morrison Consulting and Getting to After are excited to bring you content throughout the year. This is the end of season 1. Thank you for being with us since October of last year. We appreciate you, we love you, and we'll see you soon. Now, I'm gonna get on back to doing what I need to do. I may stay in this caftan all day. It's comfortable. It's cotton. I don't know. Anyway, I'll talk to you soon. See you in 2 weeks. My name is Chateau Morris, and I am the Princess of Positivity. I believe that you can release your negativity so your positivity can reign in your brain and your business and your big, beautiful life. I treat you to a framework to help you do just that. Take good care. See you soon. Bye.